Welcome back to the data engineering data pipeline project. In the previous video, we talked about Lambda function and how to trigger Lambda function automatically as and when the file is copied into S3. So half of our task is done. Let me show you the architecture diagram once again so that you can understand like what exactly we have achieved till now. So I'm going back to my browser and you can see the architecture diagram. Okay, so you can notice one thing, that the first part input data and lambda function and also IAM role, and the lower part S3 output data, this part we have achieved. Out of 6 component on this architecture diagram, 4 we have achieved till now, and the only thing we did is we just uploaded one file into S3 bucket and remaining thing was automatically done by your lambda function. Now we'll talk about glue crawler. This is another service which will be working only on your output data. But again, it would also need one IAM role. So we will be starting with IAM role creation and then we'll talk about glue crawler. Okay. So let me open AWS console. Okay. And what I will do is I will be searching for crawler. You can see that. So why the name is crawler? Because it's crawling through your input files to automatically detect like how many columns should be there, and if your file has a header, right, it will automatically take the column name, and depending upon the data it will find out whether this column should be numeric or boolean or varchar or string or decimal or anything else. It will auto detect column name and their corresponding data type. Okay, so it's quite interesting because usually when you are dealing with RDBMS, you have to be aware about the table structure, column name, data type, everything. But here, right, you have some data and you can directly play on that data without thinking about table structure and their data type. Everything will be taken care by crawler itself. Okay, so before we create the crawler, we need to create one IAM role. Okay, so let me duplicate this tab so that we can create a, so what I will do is I will go for IAM role. So previously in the previous video we created one IAM role for lambda function. Here I will create one IAM role for my crawler. So click on create role, and which service? Crawler, right? Okay, if you're not finding crawler, type glue, because crawler is one of the feature under glue. So basically you can select glue, select this. Okay, and then click on next, and now we will search for glue. So you can see that just like with lambda there was a basic lambda execution role, right? Similarly for glue, definitely you would need this AWS glue service role. On top of that you would need one more thing. What is that? S3 access, because this crawler will be reading the data from S3, so ultimately it needs read only access. We don't need to provide read, right? We don't need to provide full access because it is only reading the data from S3, it won't be writing anything back. That's why we will select this one, and I will do one more thing. I will select S3 read only. Okay, my bad. Let me type again S3 read only. It's here. Amazon S3 read only access. So there is a criteria in IAM that we should always give the bare minimum permissions, whatever is required. Never ever give extra permissions in order to, you can say, provide a proper data security to your project, to your teams and everything. You should always go with bare minimum permission required. In case next week you would need write permission also, because now you want to write something, you can add the permission later on as and when required. At this point of time, because we just need to read the data from S3, that's why I will be going with this S3 read only access. I will click on next and provide some name. So I would say data pipeline crawler role. That's all. Okay, and you can see two permissions are there. One is the basic for glue, that's mandatory, and another one is S3 read only access. Okay, and finally click on create role. So everything you do in AWS, whether you do by yourself as a human being or any process do something. Just like my Lambda was processing my input data, or now my crawler will be crawling through my input data, right? Anything you do in AWS is completely controlled by IAM permissions. That's why before we do anything, we create IAM role with the proper permissions, whichever are required, not any additional permissions, and we are good to go with that. Okay, so role is done. I am coming back to crawler, and what I will do is I will be, you can see that one crawler is already there. I will be deleting that crawler. Okay, and we'll start fresh. So I am deleting this. Okay, that's good. So now I will click on create crawler. You can provide some name. So I will give same name, data pipeline crawler. Okay, if you want you can provide a meaningful description, otherwise it's okay. I can say that to scan valid employee related data from S3. I'm just providing a meaningful description and click on next. The next is it is asking that is your data ready already mapped to glue tables. It is asking that do you have any table created or mapped to your data? No, there is no table as of now. So we will be adding the source. You can see that data source is 0. So we will click on add a data source, and you can see that data source is S3. There are many more, but as our data is available in S3, so we'll go with S3. And location of S3 data within this AWS account or in a different account. As of now, the output data is available within my bucket only, right? So what I will do is I will click on browse. This is my bucket name. This is my output folder, and I will select this employee folder and click on choose. Okay, so I have provided the path of my output data, not the input, because output data contains only valid records. Okay, I will click on add an S3 source. That's done. And after that, click on next. And you can see that existing IAM role. Either you can create a new role, but since we have already created in advance, we will just click on this and you can see that data pipeline crawler role. It is smart enough that it will display only crawler related role. Did you notice that we also created one role for Lambda, but that's not listed here? Because from that basic permission you are adding, it already knows that which role is created for which service. That's why while attaching the IAM role for Lambda, it was displaying only Lambda related roles, and similarly here now it's displaying only crawler related roles. So I will select this, and after that click on next. Target database. When it will go through your file, your output file, it will automatically detect the number of columns, data type, everything. Finally, it will be creating a table for you where you want to create the table. So either you can choose a database, or if it's not there for you, definitely it won't be there. You can click on add database. Okay, and provide some name. I would say data pipeline DB. I'm just giving a name. You can give any meaningful name. You can provide the description also if you want, and click on create database. It's quite simple. Okay, and in the crawler page, I will refresh this so that the newly created database should appear here. It's there. I'm selecting it, and now it is saying that table name prefix. By default, it will automatically take the table name as your folder name. Like folder name is employee, right? But in case you want to provide any prefix, like you want that every table should start with something. Suppose multiple teams are working and your team is working on, your team name is something, and you want to start all table names with that only, you can specify that. Although it's very optional. Okay, so I would say suppose your team name is Platinum. I'm just giving some name, okay? So I'm giving Platinum. So what it will do is it will do Platinum underscore whatever is the folder name. It will create the table with that. So next one is crawler schedule. There are many ways to do it. Either you can do like a on demand, like whenever you want you can run it. Otherwise, if you want to automate this, right, you can define some frequency that every hour, every minute, every day, every Wednesday, something you can decide. But more it will run, it can charge you unnecessarily. Since it's for our learning purpose, better to come here and run on demand. So that if you're running only once, only that will be counted. And running one time is not costly. But if you schedule it to run it every 5 minutes and then you forget, just understand how many times it will run throughout the day. That's why when you are testing the things, when you are doing something on your personal AWS account, I would say you should go with on demand. So I'm doing that. Click next and you can review the details. Name, description, data source, IAM role, everything is there. And finally, create crawler. Okay, so you can see here crawler runs because we have just created the crawler. It has not run yet. So as we selected on demand run, that means until or unless you will not click, it will not run. So I will click on run crawler and it will take some time depending upon the data. If you have large amount of data, it may take more time. If you have very small data, it will take few seconds. In our case, we have uploaded very small data, employee related data, right? It should not take much time. So you can see that the current status is running, and once it's successfully executed, we are expecting that it should create some table for us. And the good part is we did not even talk about how many columns, what are the column names, or what are their data type. It is smart enough to scan your data, to check the header, and to go through the data to find out the appropriate data type, and finally it will be creating the table for us. Okay, so I'm just waiting for its completion. Okay, perfect. You can see that the status is completed, and at the same time it is saying one table change. That's good. We were expecting that if everything goes fine, it should create one table for us. Shall we verify that? Yeah. So we will click on databases on the left side, and you can see that there are two databases. I will click on data pipeline DB, which was recently created, and you can see now platinum underscore is not there. So whatever you will specify, that will be appended in the beginning of your table name, right? You can see that platinum employee. If you will not give any prefix, then the name will be like simply employee. Okay, so now the table has been automatically created, and how to, what are the columns, what are the data, how to deal with this table, how to analyze the data, those things we will be talking in our next video. Okay, so this is all about the current video that was about crawler. I hope you understood how crawler automatically scans through your data and finally creates the table very easily for you. So I will see you in the next video, and in the next video we will complete our data pipeline project. Thank you.